Mk246A2. This is better than the original. They have fire selector, black, red, and green. The black means safety, red means semi, green means full auto. And they do have a short recoiling system in the barrel, pretend that. And basically when a short recoiling system is when most of the time, at least from what I've seen, the barrel moves back. It decreases a lot of like the felt recoil to the shooter. Meaning that you can't lose your sights of accuracy that easily. You can keep very accurate shots. Bolt release, same spot. They did make it a bit different and better. The bolt disengager, which if it's stuck, you press that, disengages the bolt, which actually will to disengage the firing pin. That basically makes it. It makes it basically so it can't fire itself. You can't pull. Once you pull the trigger, it won't really fire. It'll actually it won't make it be able for you to pull the trigger. Just pretend that will automatically like put a safety on it basically. Once you press that, make sure you can't accidentally fire this gun. And then when you move the bolt back, it is gonna eject around. And then if the bolt isn't like flying forward, if it isn't like loading around properly, you can just press the forward assist, kind of like an AR, except not an AR. And then there's the magazine release, and yeah, that's basically it. The rifle after the original was way better. Infantry started using it a lot more, and rifles weren't really abandoned at all. It was a bit more expensive than the original. The originals were, I'd say $10 originally. Like, originals were like $10 to produce. These are $20 to produce per gun, which is, I'd say, a bit, but I mean, you're a $1 million military, but you have like probably millions of dollars, and $20 per soldier. Well, probably they'll fix that. And there's a bunch of these. That a lot of the soldiers carry them. They don't abandon them at all. These were working perfectly for the soldiers, and that's when really America started having issues on fighting Germany. They were starting to get better weapons, and their weapons, they also had weapons that were kind of easy to make too. Because, listen, I don't know what the hell you'd make stuff out of this. I'm just saying this would be somewhat easy to make for, like, gun builders, any of that. And with Germany having a lot of better firearms, they're good firearms, they mean a lot of ammunition back, which is the ammunition is like 5 cents or some shit. I don't know. Ammunition's highly cheap. They made it, not like 22, I'd say. Around like 20 cents. Meaning you're gonna have a shit ton of ammunition, and if you make the ammunition on your own, then I guess that's pretty good. Although really, making the ammunition on your own does cost money, because you're gonna need to get like powder and all that. But America's gonna start having issues because Germany is being able to mass produce these, and they're getting really a lot of their power back. And eventually they're pushing back America, and they end up taking back land that they were taking. Which, in the future, they do end up actually taking, where is it? They do take Poland, they do take Finland, they do take, Britain. Well, they got Britain taken away from them. And I just say in the future, Ukraine, sorry, but they're also trying. They fought off Germany pretty well in the future. But again, same thing kind of with now. They're struggling to fight them off, although it's a bit better. And Germany has recaptured Finland and Poland again, which it got taken away from. And China is also kind of working with Germany. They aren't working with NATO at all. If anything, they're actually really enemies with them in the future. But they're kind of helping Germany. And Japan is starting to help Germany in the future, because Japan wasn't involved in the war, which this is really by that point a World War again. World War IV, I guess. But Germany starts to get more allies too. Starting to get more allies. They're starting to get more land. Rifles are getting more powerful, cheaper, all that, etc. It really shows how one rifle can turn into multiple things. Kind of reminds me of that Springfield that's semi-auto. But yeah, this rifle was used. This rifle for the future, for the Germans, they really loved in the future. And mag drops easily, basically, if the magazine release was working. Everything's highly, simple and stuff, and field stripping, really, if you're gonna clean the trigger bolt, all you need to do is really pretend there's a pin around here. You'll, take out a pin right there. That will basically make it, you can take off the stock, and then take off the trigger area, clean the trigger out. Then with the bolt, there'll be, a pin around here. You take that out. You'll take a pin out right there. Take off that, and then slide the bolt out to clean it. And that's basically it. There would be a pin if you were going to take off, the mag. Take off pin, and you'll basically just slide the, magazine holder off. And then you can clean everything around there with this off. And yeah, basically that's how you'll field strip this, I guess. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this rifle. There'll be a wasteland. I guess there'll be maybe a captured one next or any of that. Bye.